Hi, I'm Trey. Being a dad to my 8-year-old daughter Mia has been the greatest joy of my life since the day she was born. My wife Lisa and I have always had a solid routine when it comes to school pickup. Mondays and Wednesdays are my days, Tuesdays and Thursdays are hers, and we alternate Fridays. It's been this way since Mia started kindergarten 3 years ago. Daddy, can we get ice cream today? Miss Bennett said I did really good on my math test. Mia swung her backpack as we walked toward the car after school one Wednesday. Did she now? Well, that definitely calls for celebration. Chocolate chip or strawberry today? Chocolate chip, always chocolate chip, she giggled, skipping ahead. Hold up, kiddo. Stay where I can see you, I called, quickening my pace. Before we could reach my car, I heard someone shouting across the parking lot. Stop right there. What do you think you're doing with that child? I turned to see my sister-in-law Karen storming toward us, her face twisted with manufactured outrage. Several parents turned to stare. Karen, what are you doing here? I asked, genuinely confused. Uncle Trey, why is Aunt Karen yelling? Mia whispered, pressing against my leg. Karen reached us, breathing heavily. Lisa called me in a panic. She couldn't reach you and asked me to pick up Mia. And here I find you trying to take her. That's ridiculous. Wednesday is always my pickup day, has been for 3 years. Well, not according to Lisa, Karen snapped, reaching for Mia's hand. Come on, sweetie. Your mom wants you to come with me. Mia pulled back. But Daddy and I are getting ice cream for my good math test. Karen, I don't know what game you're playing, but this is my day with Mia. Lisa knows that. I'm not playing games, Karen's voice rose dramatically. Lisa specifically told me to get Mia today because you two had an argument this morning. What argument? We didn't argue about anything. Principal Dawson, who had been monitoring dismissal, approached us. Is everything all right here? Before I could respond, Karen turned to him. This man is trying to take my niece against her mother's wishes. I'm here to pick her up. Excuse me? I was dumbfounded. Principal Dawson, I'm Mia's father. Wednesday is always my pickup day. Principal Dawson looked between us uncertainly. Miss Cooper, Mr. Harrison is on our approved pickup list for Wednesdays. Well, there's been a change of plans, Karen insisted. My sister specifically asked me to get Mia today. She couldn't reach him. I pulled out my phone. That's absurd. I haven't missed any calls from Lisa. Mr. Harrison, Principal Dawson said cautiously, perhaps we should call Mrs. Harrison to clear this up. Absolutely, I agreed, dialing Lisa's number. I've already spoken to her, Karen interjected. She's in an important meeting and can't be disturbed. That's why she sent me. Daddy? Mia's voice trembled. I want to go with you. It's okay, sweetheart, I assured her, but my blood was boiling. As I waited for Lisa to answer, Karen dramatically pulled Principal Dawson aside. I couldn't hear exactly what she said, but I caught phrases like domestic situation and concern for her safety. That's when I heard Karen say something that made my heart stop. I think he's trying to kidnap her. He doesn't have custody today. The next morning, I sat across from Principal Dawson in his office, my hands clenched into fists. Mr. Harrison, I apologize for yesterday's confusion. Mrs. Harrison confirmed that you were indeed scheduled to pick up Mia. That's not the issue, Principal Dawson. Karen accused me of trying to kidnap my own daughter in front of Mia, other parents, and school staff. Do you understand what that could do to my reputation, to my relationship with my daughter? Principal Dawson adjusted his glasses. I understand your frustration, but frustration? This goes way beyond frustration. She deliberately tried to prevent me from taking my own child home. The door opened, and Miss Bennett, Mia's teacher, entered. Sorry I'm late. I wanted to bring Mia's pickup schedule from my files. Thank you for joining us, Miss Bennett, Principal Dawson said. Mr. Harrison, Miss Bennett began, I've been Mia's teacher for 7 months now. You've picked her up every Monday and Wednesday without fail. Yesterday was unusual. Has Karen Cooper ever picked up Mia before? I asked. No, Miss Bennett shook her head. Only you, your wife, and occasionally your mother-in-law when you both had that conference in Chicago. She's not even on the approved list, is she? Principal Dawson checked his computer. No, she isn't. So why did you even entertain her claims? Mr. Harrison, Principal Dawson sighed. When allegations involving child safety are made, we have certain protocols. Allegations she made up out of thin air. I stood up pacing. She used terms like kidnapping and doesn't have custody in front of my daughter. The phone on Principal Dawson's desk rang. Excuse me, I need to take this. It's Officer Reynolds. While he took the call, Miss Bennett leaned toward me. Mr. Harrison, this isn't the first time Karen has caused problems. Last parent-teacher conference, she showed up claiming your wife sent her. Mrs. Harrison arrived 10 minutes later, completely surprised to see her there. Wait, what? Lisa never mentioned that? From what I gathered, Karen told her she was just being supportive. But she spent the entire conference criticizing Mia's artwork and suggesting she needed special tutoring, which she offered to arrange. Principal Dawson hung up. Officer Reynolds will be joining us shortly. I've asked him to document this incident. Good, I nodded, because this isn't over. 20 minutes later, Officer Reynolds was reviewing the school's security footage from the previous day. So that's when she made the kidnapping accusation, he asked, pointing to the screen. Yes, Miss Bennett confirmed. I was helping another student nearby. I clearly heard her say Mr. Harrison didn't have custody and was trying to kidnap Mia. And Miss Cooper isn't on the approved pickup list? No, Principal Dawson confirmed. Mr. Harrison, has your sister-in-law done anything like this before? Nothing this extreme, but she's always inserting herself into our family matters, showing up unannounced, contradicting our parenting decisions, telling Mia things like, your parents are too strict, or I would let you do that if you were my daughter. Classic undermining behavior, Officer Reynolds noted. Have you spoken with your wife about this incident? She was horrified when I told her. Karen had texted her claiming she was just saying hi to Mia after school and that I overreacted. Lisa never asked her to pick up Mia. We need to document this properly, Officer Reynolds decided. What you're describing could constitute false reporting and potentially harassment. What can I do? I asked. First, we document everything. Then, if you want to pursue it, we can discuss a restraining order. 3 days later, Lisa and I sat in our living room with Karen. Lisa had insisted on this meeting, hoping for a peaceful resolution. Karen, you need to explain yourself, Lisa began. You lied about me asking you to pick up Mia. Karen rolled her eyes. I was trying to help. You mentioned being swamped at work, and I thought, no, I interrupted. You didn't think. You deliberately lied. You told Principal Dawson I was kidnapping my own daughter. I never used that word, Karen scoffed. We have witnesses, Karen. Miss Bennett heard you. It's on the school's security footage. Karen's face flushed. Well, I was concerned. You two have been having problems. What problems? Lisa demanded. We haven't been having any problems. Oh, please, Karen rolled her eyes. You called me crying last month about that fight you had. That wasn't a fight. I was venting about a minor disagreement over vacation plans. Normal married people stuff. See? Karen pointed. Problems. That doesn't give you the right to interfere with our parenting, I said firmly, or to make false accusations. I was protecting my niece, Karen insisted. Someone needs to look out for her best interests. We are her parents. We look out for her best interests. Well, clearly not well enough if... Stop right there, Lisa interrupted. Karen, this has to stop. You've gone too far. So I'm the bad guy for caring about my niece? Fine. Karen threw up her hands. This isn't about caring, I said. This is about control. You've been trying to undermine us for years. That's ridiculous. Name one time. The parent-teacher conference you crashed, I began, telling Mia we're too strict, buying her things we've specifically said no to. And now this, accusing me of kidnapping my own child. I was concerned. Lisa, are you really going to let him attack me like this? This isn't an attack, Lisa said quietly. These are facts. And yes, I am. Because you crossed a line, Karen. So you're taking his side? Against your own sister? This isn't about sides. This is about boundaries that you keep violating. Karen's eyes welled with tears. I can't believe this. After everything I've done for you. For Mia. Karen, I leaned forward. We're not saying you can't be in Mia's life. We're saying you need to respect our role as her parents. By keeping me away from her, that's your solution? No one said anything about keeping you away, Lisa clarified. But there need to be clear boundaries. And consequences, I added. What you did at the school could have had serious repercussions for me, for our family. Oh, please, Karen scoffed. You're being dramatic. Do you know what happens to people accused of kidnapping? The school could have called the police. I could have been arrested in front of my daughter. I was just trying to help. No, you were trying to control a situation that had nothing to do with you. Karen stood up abruptly. I see I'm not wanted here. Fine, but don't come crawling back when you need a babysitter or someone to pick up Mia in an emergency. We won't, I assured her, because you're no longer on our emergency contact list or the school's approved pickup list. What? Karen's voice rose. Lisa, you can't be serious. Dead serious, Lisa confirmed. Until you can respect our boundaries, we need to limit your involvement. This is all your fault, Karen pointed at me, her face contorted with anger. You've turned her against me, her own sister. Karen, that's enough, Lisa warned. No, it's not enough. You'll regret this, both of you, especially you. She jabbed her finger toward me. I'll make sure everyone knows what kind of man you really are. With that threat hanging in the air, Karen grabbed her purse and stormed out, slamming the door behind her. 2 weeks later, I sat beside Lisa in the courthouse as the judge reviewed our petition for a restraining order. Officer Reynolds had been instrumental in helping us navigate the process after Karen had made good on her threat. So she actually created social media posts accusing you of being unfit parents? Officer Reynolds asked as we waited. Multiple posts, Lisa confirmed, her voice tight, claiming Trey has anger issues and that I'm too afraid to leave him. Complete fabrications. She also showed up at Mia's soccer practice, I added, told the coach she was there to pick her up. Thankfully, the coach knew about the school incident and called us immediately. And she's been calling Mia's friends' parents, Lisa continued, telling them they shouldn't let their kids come to our house because it's unsafe. The courtroom doors opened, and Karen walked in with her attorney. She glared at us before taking her seat. All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Martinez presiding. After the formalities, our attorney presented our case, including the school security footage, witness statements from Miss Bennett and Principal Dawson, screenshots of Karen's defamatory social media posts, and the incident report from Mia's soccer coach. When it was Karen's turn to speak, she played the victim. Your Honor, I was simply concerned about my niece's welfare. As her aunt, I have a responsibility. Miss Cooper, Judge Martinez interrupted, concern for a child's welfare does not justify making false accusations or attempting to undermine parental authority. But, Your Honor, I genuinely believed. The evidence suggests otherwise, Miss Cooper. Your sister has testified that she never asked you to pick up her daughter that day, contrary to what you told school officials. After hearing all testimony, Judge Martinez granted our restraining order, prohibiting Karen from coming within 100 yards of us, our home, or Mia's school. Outside the courthouse, Karen approached us one last time, her attorney trying to pull her away. Lisa, please, she pleaded, tears streaming down her face. I'm your sister. Are you really going to let this come between us? Lisa stood firm. You put this between us, Karen. You accused my husband of kidnapping our daughter. You tried to destroy our reputation and turn people against us. I'm sorry, okay? I went too far. I admit it, but please, don't cut me out of Mia's life completely. You should have thought about that before you made those accusations, I said. Actions have consequences. Trey, please, Karen turned to me. I was wrong. I know that now. Can't we move past this? For Mia's sake? No, Karen, we can't. Not this time. You didn't just cross a line. You obliterated it. You tried to use my daughter as a pawn in whatever game you're playing. It wasn't a game. I was concerned. Save it, Lisa interrupted. We're done here. What am I supposed to tell Mom and Dad? Karen asked desperately. The truth, Lisa replied, that your actions have consequences. As we walked away, Officer Reynolds joined us. You did the right thing. Some people don't understand boundaries until they're legally enforced. Will this really keep her away? Lisa asked. If she violates the order, she faces arrest. Most people don't risk it. That evening, as Lisa and I tucked Mia into bed, she asked the question we'd been dreading. Why can't I see Aunt Karen anymore? Lisa and I exchanged glances. Aunt Karen made some bad choices, I explained gently. She said things that weren't true, and those things could have hurt our family. Is she in timeout? Mia asked innocently. Something like that. Lisa smiled sadly. But a grown-up version? Will she ever not be in timeout? Maybe someday, I said, though I didn't believe it. But right now, we need some space from Aunt Karen. After Mia fell asleep, Lisa and I sat on the porch swing watching the stars. Do you think we did the right thing? Lisa whispered. Absolutely, I assured her. We had to protect our family. Karen wasn't just interfering. She was actively trying to damage our reputation, our relationship with Mia. I never thought my own sister would go this far. Some people don't understand the damage they cause until they face real consequences. Maybe someday she'll learn. And if she doesn't, then we'll know we made the right decision today. As we sat there in the quiet night, I wondered how many other parents had faced similar battles with toxic family members. Where do you draw the line between forgiveness and self-protection? At what point do you say enough and cut ties with someone who repeatedly violates your boundaries? I didn't have all the answers, but I knew one thing for certain. I would always do whatever it took to protect my daughter and our family, no matter who the threat came from. What would you have done in my situation?